everybody. Welcome to session 3, Matt's Marbles Forum. Okay, we're not going to talk too much about, normally in this time in class, you would talk about, with a partner on how you solved student book page 234, what you saw for patterns or if you noticed anything. But today, we're just going to go over the answers to page 234, and hopefully you got the same answer. Remember, that was where you were supposed to figure out how many marble boxes fit into Brad's baseball boxes, which fit into the large box that we packed Brad's baseball boxes into. Right? And then we are going to introduce a Polygon Search game. It's very similar to Battleship, so it should be pretty easy for you to pick up. And when we're all done today, you'll have your home connections, page 125 and 126, and your student book, page 238. Okay, we're going to start off, though, by looking at what our answers were here on page 235 in our, I don't believe this is 235. This is 235 in your student book. So go ahead and look at our answers here. And then remember here, you're supposed to connect any 4 dots and come up with a polygon and see which one that you came up with. Some of the kids have been coming up with, if they were to connect this one, this one, this one, and this one, and connect all these dots without necessarily overlooking that one, they were also getting a trapezoid, which I can see there, or whatever. But answer, if you didn't find these answers, or if this wasn't one of the answers in your student book, please go ahead and make changes and fix what needs to be fixed. All right. So let's go back here to page 234, Matt's Marbles. If you remember yesterday, we were first figuring out how many marbles fit into, or how many of Brad's boxes fit into our packing box. So this first one, remember, was 2 times 6, which was 12. 12 times 6, which was 72. And then we also realized that there were 27 marbles that fit into each one of Brad's boxes. And we figured out that that was 1,944 marbles, right? So if we go down to the next one had said, we have the still same sort of base, but we are double in height. So in my mind, if I'm trying to solve this, I'm back to a 12 on the base, and then I am 12 high. Knowing my math, or my math facts, I got 144 of Brad's boxes. If I multiply that by 27, I can do it one of 2 ways, right? I can multiply 144 by 27, but I also know that this is twice what this one is. So I can just double this box. And I can see that that is 1,000. Oh, no, not 1,000. That is 3,888 marbles. Did you get that answer? I hope so. If not, go ahead and make the changes and see. Let's see if we can get the next one together. Okay. Next one says we have a base of a 4x5. 4x5 holds 20 boxes at the base, right? And we have 3 rows of that. 20 times 3 is 60 Brad's boxes with 27 marbles going into each. And how can I figure that out? Are you using your standard algorithm, or are you using a ratio table, or are you halving and doubling? But we got, and hopefully you got this answer, 1,600, not 1,100, 1,620 marbles. Perfect. All right. Next one, our next box is 2 boxes wide, or 2 boxes long or wide, 8 boxes long, and 3 rows of that. So our base is 2 times 8, which we can hold 16 boxes on the bottom. 16 times 3 equals 48. 48 times 27 marbles in each box. Did you figure out what that one was? 1,296 marbles. All right, now we're on our last one. Our last one says it has 4 boxes in one layer. So it's already giving us the base. It's not necessarily giving us the dimensions, right? It could be a 1x4. It could be a 2x2. We don't know. But what we do know is that the base of our box holds 4 baseballs, right? And there are 13 layers. So that one just turns into a 4x4 times 13, which equals 52, right? 52 times 27. Let's figure out what that one was. 1,404 marbles. Okay. Hopefully you got that answer, and hopefully this is what you got for all your answers. If not, go ahead and make changes. And feel free to check up on my work. Mr. Keller makes some mistakes sometimes. In fact, I had to re-record this video because my first one was totally wrong. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do a Polygon search. This one, again, like I said, is like Battleship. And what you're going to do is we have a game board very similar to this. If you can print that out, great. If not, make this little circle in your notebooks and then spin a paperclip using a pencil and a paperclip. And what you're supposed to do, you have your board. You need 2 copies of this. You have your board, and then this is your partner's supposed board that they are making. All right. And you are going to spin that spinner 3 times to determine what 3 polygons you're going to draw on your coordinate graph. For instance, I spun it and I got a square. So I'm going to put my square right here. Right? Once both players have finished drawing their polygons, you're going to alternate turns by calling out ordered pairs. You remember ordered pairs? So, for instance, the vertice or the vertex where these 2 lines meet on our square is located at 1, 1, right? So I might just guess 1, 1, and on my partner would look and go, oh, it's a hit. And so I would draw that on my partner board or my board, whatever it happens to be, so I could keep track of my hits and misses. All right, so when you have correctly identified an opposing player's polygon, state what it is, and then identify 2 properties of that polygon. Does it have parallel sides, 90-degree angles, congruent sides, congruent angles? Is it acute? Is it obtuse? Is it right? What is it? What type of polygon is it? The game ends when a player has correctly identified all 3 polygons, or you sunk all of the other polygons. So just go back and forth. When the partner's board is done, it should have a whole bunch of misses and then some lines drawn, which will help. Now, here's how you're going to mark your board, right? If a coordinate lands on the side, so on the side here, you're going to say hit. And you're going to mark a red dot where it says hit. Got it? Then, if you hit the vertex, which means you hit the corner of the shape, you're going to put a V at the vertex on your other board. So, for instance, if you're guessing, like this is your partner, and your partner guesses 3, 3, and you're going to have to say vertex. Oh, and it's a little big here, but we'll make it work. V. And I will put that on the, oh, I didn't want to move the whole board. So I would put a V on the line, right? I would put a red eye for the interior. So if you guess 2, 2, and that was interior, you're just going to draw a red line, okay? And a blue dot for a miss. So if you're going to say 4, 2, and there's nothing located at 4, 2, you're just going to put a blue dot, right? Oh, that's just a writing tool. All right. So anyway, that is Polygon Search. Go ahead and record how you did. Let us know how you did via any way that you are reporting out your games. It'd be fun to see. Post them on Seesaw if that's something that you use, or however it is that you want to display that game. All right. So for the end of math today, you have to complete your home connections, pages 125 and 126, your student book, pages 238 only. Once you're done with that, you may play any of the workplace games. Try playing this Polygon Search game again. It might be kind of fun just to keep taking on various members of your household and see who can be the Polygon Search champ. You also have your April Number Corner online resources and your Unit 6 online resources. So check those out. And that's about it. So if you have any questions about today's lessons, please email your teacher as soon as possible. They'll get in contact with you and help you through this process. If you don't need any help, congratulations. I hope you guys have a great day and enjoy math.